In this video, I am going to specify the methodology to know and to be assured to ascertain whether any negative energy, whether any paranormal energy, whether any ghost is existing in a building or premises, industry or complex. And in another video, I will tell the ways to ascertain the presence of negative energy, ghost, or any intense negativity in a particular person. The reason behind that, why I am giving priority to the methodology to check presence of negativity or paranormal energy in a building is that many a times it happens that there is negativity in a building, and if I am checking a person who is staying in that building, residing in that building, we will see that there is negativity or paranormal energy in that person. So it will be futile exercise. We will think that there is paranormal energy or ghost or something in the person, but this is the only rudiment, a remnant of the building in which he is staying. So we should give first priority to checking a building or premises or some complex or industry. If there is some negativity or some paranormal energy or ghost in that building, then after getting rid of, then we should check only the person. Okay, this is the reason. So we are going to deal the subject of specifying the presence of negativity or paranormal energy in a building or ghost. Many times you must have heard that a particular building is haunted or there is ghost, something like this. But you should not think that there is some ghost, something like this, which you see in the films. It is not always. Many a time there is a unexplained negativity, unexplained suffocation, unexplained presence. If you are staying in that building, you always think that there is some negativity or something is hidden which you are unable to decipher or explain. It is more of a presence of energy that manifests in different areas. It is intense energy which you can feel. And what are the symptoms of presence of paranormal energy? There are so many symptoms which I am going to trying to enlist them. Suppose that you are hearing unexplained noises, some crackling, some noise, the source of which is not known. There are mysterious noises. There are change in temperature abruptly. Suddenly there is a sufficient heat, you are comfortable, suddenly the temperature drops to like anything, and without any reason. Around there is no change in weather or season, but the temperature is going down abruptly without any reason. Another symptom is distinct smell. You are unable to find, the smell may be pleasant, smell may be very odorous or unbearable, but the source of which you are unable to know. And another symptom is that your electronic devices behave in a very bizarre manner. Your TV goes off and on, or your clocks behave very abruptly. Suddenly they start to function very fast. Suddenly they stop. Suppose that battery of a clock is going down, or some there is electronic dysfunction in TV, it is a different thing. But if there is malfunctioning without any reason, and it is working in a very strange manner, then only you should, otherwise there is always a logic. If TV is malfunctioning, it may have been gone. You should call a mechanic, not a paranormal expert. So it is something like this. Or you are seeing that change in the place of object. Suppose that you have placed your fridge here. Suddenly you are coming back to your home. You see the fridge has moved to some other place without any human intervention. or you have placed something here on your table, suddenly it is found in another room. So this is also indication of presence of paranormal energy or ghost, or a building may be haunted. Another symptom is that it is very common phenomena. The persons staying in that haunted building or ghost infected building find itching in the back of their neck, because as per Hindu theory, Hindu stories, the Rahu, the dragon's head is here in your head, and the whole body is covered by the dragon's tail or Ketu. So this is the joint between Rahu and Ketu. Both are shadowy planet and governing the paranormal energies. So here, back of the neck, there is joint connecting between Rahu and Ketu, or dragon's head and dragon's tail. And if you find unexplained energy, especially if multiple persons staying in that building, you may think that there is possibility of some paranormal energy, some ghost or some hauntedness or something like this, intense negative energy in that building. So if you find any of these symptoms, they continue for a long period, and some other reasons maybe also be that there is repeated miscarriages, people staying in that building are unable to grow, some unexplained diseases are there, or children are taking birth in that after successful pregnancy and everything, that birth with some birth time defects, some mental problems, something like this is spastic repeated. If there is repeated, there may be paranormal energy in that building. So if you find all these or many of these symptoms, or any one symptom repeatedly in a particular building, then you may think that building is haunted, or there is some ghost, or there is intense negative energy. I prefer to say intense negative energy instead of ghost or haunted or something like this, because those terminologies create fear, or people get scared. But instead of that, you should think that just like positive energy, intense positive energy, in some building there is intense negative energy. And one more thing, you should be why I am preparing this video, because I have found that in 60 to 70% cases, when people were thinking that their building is haunted, there is something big ghost here, it was only hallucination, it was only confusion, it was only a aberration in their mind. And it is always better to clear that confusion from people's mind, instead of leaving them in fear and remaining scared. So if you are going to check a building, how to check, now I am going to proceed with the exact methodology, and the best way to check is through the universal aura scanner. Universal aura scanner is very reliable, very efficient, and very authentic and dependable instrument for checking the intense negative energy in any building or any premises. Why? Because human consciousness may be subject to confusion or aberration or hallucination, but this instrument is highly dependable, and somehow our organization AstroDevam has become synonym of providing most efficient, most dependable or universal aura scanner, which it is. All around the globe, more than 100 countries, our aura scanners are being used with the high level of accuracy, not only by the Feng Shui experts, Vastu experts, Reiki healers, but even by the doctors, scientists and nutritionists, bureaucrats and corporates for multiple regions. And our training, in which I personally activate the Kundalini power of the body and teach them 5 secret steps of Kundalini. This is the reason our training is considered the best training in the world for aura scanning. It has become immensely popular after we devised the ways of using the aura scanner in the most efficient way. So when you are going to check, what you have to do, normally we place positive sample. Here is the place for placing positive sample. So I have to take out this sample from the aura scanner. This is the complete set of aura scanner 2 I have taken. If you are not conversant with the functioning of aura scanner, you should see highly popular videos about the aura scanners I have placed on our video AstroDevam channel. These are in Hindi as well as in English. So you can see those videos, and along with aura scanner, then we will be very happy to understand how it works. So along with aura scanner, we provide two types of boxes in which you can see a lot of samples are there. So for different purposes, they are very effective and potentiated. So in this box I am taking one sample. It is marked UV negative. Why UV negative? Because violet color is beyond the spectrum of Yagya. Violet color is the last at the one side of the spectrum of Yagya, and ultraviolet UV, the full form of the UV is ultraviolet. So ultraviolet is beyond violet, so it is beyond the spectrum, so which naked eyes cannot see. So in the same manner, the intense negative energy, ghost or paranormal energy, you cannot see with the negative energy. So that's why it is marked ultraviolet or UV negative. Okay, so I am placing the both the samples here in the sample, the space marked for the sample. And one more thing, you should not use with the aura scanner. We provide these things, two things for adding into two wire and two aluminum masses for connecting with any object or subject and assessing their real problem, real issue. But in case of these paranormal energy, you should not use them, because you immediately get connected with that paranormal energy or intense negativity. So this is not to be used. Second thing is that you should protect yourself before using this aura scanner or any way to check or assessing the presence of negativity in any building. Why? Just like doctors put up the gloves on their hands and wash their hands before touching any infected person. So in the same way, you should protect yourself for before touching, before handling paranormal energy, because once you put up the sample, you get connected. So there are so many ways to protect, but we suggest to put up the Parad Mala. Parad means sanctified Mercury, and you can see I am an astrologer, renowned astrologer, Vastu expert and whatnot, but I never wear any gemstone or anything else, but I always wear the Parad Mala. You can see, I don't know whether you can see or not, but inside my on my body I always wear Parad Mala, and Parad Mala is very effective for giving protection to anyone from all types of negativity, all types of negative energies. So Parad Mala I always wear, and I will always advise to protect yourself before you are going to assess some haunted building or haunted person. So Parad Mala is available on our website, and you'll be happy to know that we are the only organization authorized to write original Parad in the world. So we sell original Parad rosary or mala or whatever say way you ask name this almanac I am wearing. This is the beads. If you search on our website astrodevam.com, I am also giving the link in description or as well as here on the screen. So you can buy that of Parad Mala. So you have put up, you have secured yourself. Now what to do? You have to reach in front of that building, and made the biggest fault people do when assessing, they go inside the building. Whatever Vastu checking you can do inside the building, but when you are going to check presence of paranormal energy, negativity or ghost or something like this, you should always check from the outside, because when you are inside you may come into the grip of that. It may affect your results of the aura scanner. So always check, just stand in front of the gate, in front of that building, and see where is the main gate. मेन गेट डजेंट मीन द बिगेस्ट गेट जो है विच इज द मोस्ट प्रिविलेंट फॉर एंटरिंग द बिल्डिंग. मेनी टाइम बिग गेट इज ओनली फॉर डेकोरेशन purposes or people it is rarely open. Some small gate, some small door is there to for the frequent visits to that building. So you should specify, ascertain which is the main entrance जो है. It may be small, it may be big, it doesn't matter. So just stand in front of that जो है and focus, hold this aura scanner and direct towards the gate. And if there is some presence, what will happen? It will start opening in this manner. It will open like this, and there is no negativity. It will either move inside like this, or it will move like this or this. So if it is happening, it is opening slowly जो है, then it means there is some paranormal energy, ghost or something like this. You should wait for a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes जो है before it reacts जो है. Sometimes it takes time, sometimes immediately reacts. So whatever, you have to wait until it says yes or no. If it is opening like this, it means there is presence of negativity, and if it is moving like this or like this, it means there is no negative energy. So once you have confirmed this, that there is some negativity in the or ghost or something like this जो है, then you become sure about that. Once you have known the presence, then only you should go inside the building. And there may be two reasons. The whole building may be infected, something has been done due to so many reasons, or it may be due to presence of some particular particle. Many times some bones or something like this are present, or something very something may be source of that highly negativity or ghost or paranormal energy. Many times myself as well as many students taught by me have unearthed and found the source of negativity, some piece of bone or some packet, something like this, in which something very high negative has been kept, which has put up the whole building in the grip of that negativity or ghostliness or hauntedness. So if you are entering the building with the same sample, if you are moving in the building, it will start to move here and there, but after some efforts it will guide you to a place where the source of negative energy. If it is not guiding you, it is just you are moving here and there, it means the whole building is in the grip of negativity or hauntedness. And but if many times it directs you, I always tell the story of a Vastu expert in India itself जो है, who got after one visit of Vastu the remuneration or prize or thanks money which was equal to his 6 months total income. So it was something like this जो है. So many time students, one of my student had found that some packet with some bizarre things were kept in the almirah, and this aura scanner guided him. And I have so many success stories on myself जो है. Many times I found out that there is bone or something even 10-20 feet beneath the land जो है, and ejaculation was to be done and a bone has to be taken out. So first specify, first the step is understand whether there is possibility of negativity, ghostliness or hauntedness. Then go and specify whether there is presence of yes or no, and then go inside the building to understand whether there is any source of that negativity or not. So this is the way you can specify and find out the haunted building and how it can be cured. And regarding cure of that building, if you are trained in a tantra like me, someone by me, you should handle. Otherwise, just inform the gentleman or owner of the building that there is presence of ghost or negative energy, and he should ask or take help of someone who is trained in tantra like me. Because if you are not trained in tantra, it may happen that negative may infest you only जो है, if you are handling in a very immature way, because these negative energies are very powerful and inflict any person who is handling them without any exposure or experience. So you should always guide them. You should not handle on your own. Second type of जो है sample which we have given is the Pisach yoga. This is another sample I'm taking out from this box जो है. This is Pisach yoga. Pisach yoga is Pisach yoga you may translate it like demon or some big negative, very powerful negative energy. These are unsatisfied souls and with which died in very cruel circumstances, or the person itself was very cruel and died in some very unfortunate circumstances. They become very ferocious souls, ferocious ghosts. So if you compare UV and Pisacha yoga, it is something like comparing a small pocket, a small goon who takes pickpocket or something like this with a big mafia along with a big gang. So Pisach yoga is very powerful, and you should if you are inserting Pisach yoga sample, I have in my hand Pisach yoga sample. I am inserting this. So if there is Pisach yoga in some building, what will happen, you should stand in the same manner you have stood in case of UV before the gate and see. And if there is Pisach yoga, this is very rare, and it will open as like this. And or if you say no like this, in the same manner you have checked, but the speed of movement will be faster compared to UV. And if there is Pisach yoga, you should ideally, I will not suggest to go inside the home with this sample. Go do other process of Vastu, whatever you are checking, but don't go inside the building. Let some expert like me handle. You should refer my name or someone who is competent and trained to handle these types of highly negative energy, ferocious negative energy. Only they should handle these cases. Otherwise, many a time people come, they get inflicted with the negative energy. They come for the help because some neurological issues, some big issues crop up in their body or something like this. Many these people are suggested by me to clean their energy because they are suffering, because they tried to handle, eradicate Pisach yoga without having deep knowledge, and they are suffering like anything. It was very difficult to remove the presence of that negative energy from their aura. It was very mammoth exercise, but sometime we got success. Some in exceptional cases we failed. So I will not advise you to handle these. You have to just be specific, and just I told you earlier that in more than 60 to 70% cases there is no negative energy. It is only confusion or illusion. So at least in 60 to 70% cases, you will be able to remove the illusion in the mind of the person who is staying there, and he will have clean mind. Sometime due to bad period, some bad period in horoscope or something like this, bad vastu, he might be suffering not due to presence of some soul or ghost or something like this. So you may be able to clear the confusion. But if you ascertain that there is presence of this ghost or negative energy, then you should not handle on your own unless you are trained for that. Okay, so I think I have clarified. In the next episode I will elaborate how to handle, how to check if there is some ghost or negative energy or something black magic on a particular person. One thing I want to be very specific, that when you are going to start this process, you should take these 5 secret steps of Kundalini, which I always teach in my training for aura scanner. These are very powerful, and these give the sharpness and edge to your assessment. Your assessments become more accurate, more dependable, because these 5 secret steps are very powerful, and which I teach in the my training. And many persons say that leave the aura scanner, these 5 secret steps itself are very powerful, and to some extent they also give you protection and security when you are checking the building. Okay, so in this I am taking let us wait for the next episode. Namaskar, I am Achary Kalki Krishnan from AstroDevam.